Well, Brazil won in Durban and Johannesburg against South Africa recently, so they come here in winning form, and this is the 4-4-2 formation that their coach Pierre Sundhage goes with. In come Ludmila, Gesa, Tenara, Antonia, and the goalkeeper on the books of Corinthians, Letitia. The changes from their last outing to friendly international victories in South Africa. It's Catalina of Real Madrid, started her career with Bordeaux and then on to Inter Milan. Qualification for next year's World Cup assured, and this is the starting 11 from coach Hegarisa. 7 survivors from the team that beat Albania in a World Cup qualifier. Anna Josendal, Maren Melda and Guro Reiten, along with Ingrid Engen, involved from the off. Sunita Skoglund, part of the Euro 22 squad, the youngest member at 20. She is given an opportunity in goal this evening. From Finland, the referee is Lina Letovara. Now 2 captains, hugely experienced. Maren Melda wearing 6 left of picture with the red shirt there. Chance for Celine Bizet this evening, joined Spurs from PSG. She's only 20. Then you look at Liz Turner at 21 and Anna Josendal at 21. Plenty of emerging talent among this Norway starting 11, and plenty of players that carry a genuine strike threat. This for Brazil is followed with a game, another friendly next week when they play away in Italy. So Hegarisa's Norway up against Pierre Sundhage's Brazil in those blue shirts, white shorts. All about continuing their build-up to the 2023 World Cup finals. Brazil came through a hugely successful Copa America campaign. Defeats have come away in friendly internationals in June to Denmark and Sweden, but the campaign that mattered, the Copa America qualification for next year's World Cup and the Olympics in Paris in 2024, it's the big games where they have won that unblemished record in qualification, and Norway as well were hugely impressive, topping their group, 9 wins and a single draw from their qualification matches as Brazil look to open up that home defence. Still may have an opportunity to get the shot away. Dragged wide in the end by Adriana. She missed the last World Cup with knee ligament problems. The Corinthian striker with the first real opportunity. Tame effort and wide of the mark from Adriana. Decent run by Gase to set up the scoring opportunity. One that couldn't be taken. No save forced from Sunniva Skoglund. Adriana will, you sense, be an important part of this Brazilian setup as Skoglund is forced to intervene early on in that home goal. Bright start from Brazil here in Oslo. Miller went to ground and Skoglund was there to rescue the situation. Now Norway with a chance maybe to get forward. Liz Tolland trying to get into a decent position. Support from Frida Marum, and Brazil can bring it away, and they have the pace to really test this home defence. It's a more than decent run and an angled ball across the face of goal, and no one to provide that telling connection. Well, Gase's pace, the Barcelona striker, to get away and then drill that ball back across goal. And Norway's defence has looked troubled inside the opening 2.5 minutes. This is Sonsterbolt, a player with huge experience, 30 years of age. More work to do as that effort again is wide of the target, but just underlines the sort of start that Brazil have been able to carve out. Ari Borges, the player, there she is, with the latest effort on Norway's goal. But he's just watching on the Norwegian coach who took over in August. Had such a fabulous career with 188 caps and 58 goals. Brazil look as if they will provide really decent opposition for those. You look at some of the players that have departed. Marta and Formiga, no longer part of the national teams, and younger talent emerging. Success in the Copa America, defeating Colombia 1-0 with a Gabina penalty that won it. And they have looked threatening early on. Noga's ball across the back line and then helped on by Kristín Leiner. Involved again with that challenge. Catalin of Real Madrid with space. And again, plenty of room away on that far side for Brazil to try and fashion out an attack of their own. Hansen there. Now 4 for Norway. Another international debut at the age of 19. Brazil is asking the questions early on with another opportunity. Wastefully wide, and that has been the problem in the early minutes. They have created chances. Ari Borges with an effort that is again drifting a long way wide of the target, but that clear intent in and around goal, causing Norway's defence a number number of problems in the early exchanges. Steps away from one challenge. The red shirts in support for the hosts. Yesterday on this near side. Here she is. To get forward, and just too much pace on that final ball. Dealt with by Brazil's defence. Catalan's square ball, and they look to play it out from defence. Again, away from the challenge, and then the pass that lacked any degree of accuracy. And here come Brazil again. Tameiras with that angled ball in towards the back post. With pace on the header, scooped up by Scotland, given an opportunity. It was the last line of defence for Norway tonight. Brazil look very much up for the challenge. A couple of friendly internationals for the space of a few days for the match in Italy at the start of next week. Knocking the ball around with confidence, and in the final third looking a real threat. Here they come again. Forward, and there is a side brimming with real attacking talent. Had those successful internationals in South Africa, a 6-0 win in Durban, a 3-0 success in Johannesburg, which was their penultimate game. Again, more to do for Norway's back line, and then hammered long, and just no one there to pick up the pieces. Letitia comes off her line, and Brazil can look to build again with the vastly experienced Tameiras on this near side, now 34 years of age. Catalan in support. Ball to pick out Tameiras, who can venture forward down this near side and drill that into the 18-yard area. And again, Norway with numbers back to cut out the threat, but put under pressure. And we played less than 9 minutes, given away rather cheaply. And Brazil will pounce on that. Just look confident and assured on the ball as they try and create something with the pace of Adriana to go away from the defender. There's the cutback. Again, red shirts to converge on that loose ball and get it away, but final ball was lacking again necessary direction, and Brazil are able to start all over again, and then just ran away from Gase in the end on that far touchline. But a really bright and confident start from Pia Sundhaga's side. She's throw, and they're able to gain a bit of space and a bit of room away down that far side. Referee from Finland this evening, Elina Letovada. Hansen gets there first. Now, Norway breaking down again in the final third. Really been able to threaten Letitia's goal. Letitia brought into the side, Antonia Tenara, and Miller and Gase all featuring from the start for Sundhagen. Disappointing European Championship in England for Norway. Heavily beaten by England and early exit, but an altogether different affair when it's come to World Cups. And that is what they'll be looking to do in Australia and New Zealand in 2023. So they win a free kick. Firmanen, national midfielder. Liner, and then maybe a chance to set Norway forward, but Tisha quick to react to the danger. The Corinthians and Brazil keeper can clear short, and Brazil can start all over again. Generation start for Brazil and their women's football team, and so much to look forward to. Their performances in the recent Copa America were very, very impressive. They are again trying to create something of quality. Look at the space of Tamiris to angle that into the area. Needed the headed intervention, still not away. Still work for Liner and Co to do. Play it down. And a brief hold up in play. Well, 12 and a half eventful minutes in the Ulleval Stadium. It's the challenge which saw Liner go to ground. And the Rosenborg player remains down. Excellent start so far from the South Americans. From Sweden to coach them in Pia Sundhagen, who worked with the USA team, then returned to her native Sweden on a 4-year deal and joined up with Brazil in 2019. And just to look at her opposite number, Margarisa, starting her managerial career with Norway here, just took over in August after a very successful playing career. Well, much for these players to discuss, because they are being opened up with comparative ease, and Brazil have dominated the early exchanges. Clear problems for Christine Liner, and will she be able to continue is the question. Real concern, doesn't appear so. Helped off, and they're going to be forced into a change very early on. This makes things that much more difficult. Already struggling to prevent any damage on that goal. And we see a player brought into the side who hobbles off inside the opening quarter of an hour. It's like Tilda Haviken is the player preparing to make her early entrance, and unexpected entrance, as we reach the quarter of an hour mark. And still goalless despite Brazil's best efforts. They have had scoring opportunities, and on occasions they've been wastefully wide. Push there to concede the free kick. Peter Sampaio was the player who gave away that free kick. So again, Christine Liner on this touchline near side. Already the substitute. Norway 0, Brazil 0. Just giving her maybe another opportunity, one final opportunity to see if she can resume. But Brazil dominating possession. And a genuine threat every time they get forward. Scooped away from danger. Again, Brazil onto that loose ball. And then spreading play and bringing Tamiras, who is getting forward down this near side, into play on regular occasions. Square from Catalan. Just unable to keep that ball in was Barcelona's this. Sundhage and Brazil's management team will be highly encouraged by what they witnessed early on, and the change is going to be made. An enforced change with just 17 minutes played. Matilda Harbican waits for her opportunity, and Brazil once again in possession. Diagonal ball, they're just not closing down Tamiras. First of all, got across. Harbican then, Matilda Harbican. Change in playing personnel is made early in proceedings. Reiner off and Harbican on, and Norway at times hanging on. Skoglund on her chance in that home goal. Again, Brazil quick to the loose ball. To really threaten Letitia. Frustration for Barcelona's Ingrid Engen. Just a challenge there on Ari Burgess. Caught the ankle. Looking comfortable and playing with confidence. Scotland has to hurry to clear that. Now can at least create something going forward to start to test that Brazilian back line. They've not been able to do that in the best part of 20 minutes. Big Tim behind the defence. First to it was Antonia, one of the players brought in by the coach for Sundhage. Way through for Guro Reiten, and it'll be Hansen to take this latest throw. Made by Antonia, one of the front players forward or in opposition territory. Plenty of time for Norway to gather that up. Bise, Turland, Jossendal. not really involved for Norway, not being able to get on that front foot. Sampaio's ball all the way back to the untroubled Letitia. Brazil unable to make the most of all the first half possession they've enjoyed. Over halfway with Kathleen to look forward and try to fire that out towards Samira's near touchline. 2015, 2019 World Cups and well over 100 appearances for her country. Been heavily involved down this near side as Samira's for Brazil. Again, tied it up. The first time of asking. And that clearance does reach a blue shirt. Brazil can venture forward one more time. There's space to bring that towards halfway, and the unmarked Samira's to sweep that forward and into the 18-yard area. There's the cutback. Just too much on it. Too much on that final ball. Decent delivery, just couldn't get on the end of it, but that just underlines the threat that Brazil carry when they get into that final third. One decent ball in behind the defence, and then the cutback. No one on the end of it to provide the required finish. And at the midway point of the first half, Brazil still unable to edge in front despite some fine football that they have played. Norway yet to get going, struggling to get a real foothold in this game. Here's Sonstedholt clipped forward and then comfortably out of play. There is Brazil's coach, Per Sundhage. Melda. Anderkin just slotting into that Norwegian backline following her unexpected first half arrival. She is again, and Norway, as I say, struggling to put anything together of any real quality. Made the change, had to make the change with the injury to lineup. It's Brazil's defence sitting pretty and unchallenged and untroubled with 24 on the clock. 7 survivors from the team that comfortably beat Albania, put 5 past them in a recent World Cup qualifier. It's a stadium, of course, that they know so very well. They are finding the Brazilians a really stern challenge. Dispossessed, and then the referee blows up for the free kick. Substitutes caught there. They're getting back. There she is. Atletico Madrid's Ludmilla. Brazilian side brimming with striking talent. Looking to make their mark in those World Cup finals, which are fast approaching. Countdown underway for 2023. Two nations that will be competing there in New Zealand and Australia. Two countries gearing up for those finals. Norway trying to put something together, but at the moment pegged back, frustrated. And it's been Brazil playing all the football of quality. Is that about to change? Plenty forward, awaiting a pass that never came. And the push in the back of Borges, there she is. Hansen it was, bundled into the back of Brazil's number 17. Time and space for Letitia. Here's Tamira's one more time. She'll venture forward. Brazil will venture forward. Again, able to skip away from the marker and find the intended target. Far side with plenty arriving inside that penalty area. Just forcing the challenge from Hansen and winning the quarter. Brazil a bit more defending for Norway to have to deal with. The pace of Gase is untroubled, that our hosts struggled to deal with Gase, and for that matter, the likes of Ludmilla and Adriana. Missing the goal to underline their first half superiority. Work something from this corner routine, as that is floated forward and dealt with at the second time of asking. Stings behind, and Norway have a chance to clear their lines from a goal kick. Scotland's goal remains intact, but they have been put under real pressure in what is nearly the opening 30 minutes of this friendly international. Still Norway 0, Brazil 0. That might be a surprise, considering the number of chances that Brazil have been able to carve out in Oslo tonight. Letitia just used there, but used just to clear, not having to make any saves of real note. And again, a bit of pace injected as Brazil come forward one more time onto that right foot, and then Adriana can't find a finish. Well, the only disappointment will be that they haven't converted those scoring opportunities. Dorina back on her feet, just went down there. 219s clashed, play continued, and Brazil continue to create the chances of note. Norway's side that looked so good in the World Cup qualifiers to top their group, and then the big disappointment came in the recent European Championships held in England, where they were heavily beaten by the host country and made an early exit. Norway 0, Brazil 0. We have played 30 minutes inside the Ullevål Stadium. Scotland on her pull-up, has managed to keep a clean sheet, but it's been a troubling experience with her back line stretched and tested time and time again. Brazil look to build something away down that far side. No joy for Guess on that occasion. We saw Anius and Dal a moment ago, just not able to get into this encounter, nor is Bizet and nor is Toland. Chances have been few and far between for Norway's front line, as again Brazil have plenty back to cope with the problem, and Catalan to touch, and Norway have a throw of their own. Well, there is Bizet, came from PSG to Spurs, so much expected from a player who's still just 20 years of age, plenty of potential, but not able to get into this friendly international so far. Real conviction on that clearance. Here's Sonsdevold. It's been the problem, giving away possession cheaply. Brazil can use Letitia as they have with that final ball to build again from the back. Space for Duda Sampaio. Plenty of winning runners off the ball, fired across the face of goal, and another Brazilian attack that comes to nothing. Chances have come and gone, scoring opportunities have been spurned. Inviting ball and runs away and behind. Three blue shirts converging there. Of Marlon's run, and Norway tested defensively. Zanotto's ball beyond the intended target, still alive, and then from the tightest of angles it ricochets away and behind for a corner. Guess's threat is all too evident, and Norway's defence is being pulled and stretched all the time. Away from the marker, and he's able to get the challenge in and deflected away behind for another set-piece opportunity for Brazil. Again, worked short, and the angle to deliver the cross, and force Scotland to turn it over for another corner. Just one of those teasing deliveries that could well drop in. Keeper alert to the danger and able to see that over her own crossbar. Sunita Scotland. Similar routine, this towards the near post, plenty of pace on that, genuine pace, just couldn't get it on target. Borges is the player. Rising all the time. Those Copa America results, not only did they win every game, you can see the goal, victories over Peru and Paraguay and Colombia and Venezuela and Uruguay and Argentina. An unblemished record for Brazil. Will be competing at next year's World Cup finals, and for that matter, the Olympics in Paris in 2024. Just dallied slightly, got away with it. Sonsdevold provides the support on this side, and your Sonsdevold And then Melder back to Scotland. Not been able to get into any sort of rhythm. This is Marnham trying to release one of those strikers. Bizet on that occasion has been chasing shadows and left with hardly any decent service as Tamires will race forward and over halfway. Supporting player Adriana back with Tamires, and then Sampaio. Antonia to join this latest Brazilian attack. Skips clear. Keeper does well to react to the dangers and stuck out a leg and did enough to get it away under pressure. And Scotland keeps it out, and Brazil continue to press forward. Gase's pace has been a problem all night for Norway. Got away from Rosendal, and Scotland made the necessary save. They've really been worked, this defence. Another attempted ball to try and get Bizet away. Same result. Nothing going. The striker. Brazil might reflect on the chances that have come and not been taken. Tamires again afforded so much space on this near side to get forward and then drop it off for Sampaio. Little ball kicked forward, lovely build-up play. Important intervention to clear away from danger. And Agarisa, who took over in August, will know sort of test that the side are up against to try and find a route back. It may be goalless, but in terms of creating something, in terms of looking like a team that can win this friendly international, headed by Sampaio, is dealt with at the first time of asking. Norway, though, cannot keep possession. That has been the trouble. They open up with a chance, which again, Scotland's forced to intervene, and well, the keeper called into action twice in the last couple of minutes to maintain the stalemate and keep it goalless onto that left foot, and then just opening up space. Bia Zanerato and Scotland save to keep it goalless. The threat has come from all over, from Ludmilla and Gase and Zanerato and Adriana. Another corner. Pressure is ratcheted up one more time as that is curled into the area. Keeper cannot hold, and fortunately the red shirts able to rescue the situation, and well, are they able to get it away from danger? Decide to play it out from the back and then pick up a bit of pace. One back by Brazil, and that has happened time and again. Final ball is something of a disappointment. Antonia getting forward, and Brazil frustrated yet again into the last 5 of the first half that has been one-sided. Norway up against South American opposition, and they have found it difficult to live with the quality of Pearson Hugger's side as Scotland's goal was put under pressure and able to survive that scare. Hansen. It's away though by Tamires. Norway 0, Brazil 0 into the final 5 minutes of this first half. This is Melda. Easy defensive header. And Norway's attempt comes to nothing. The first half where just have not been able to create enough of quality. Instead, they've been on the back foot almost from the off. Sadakan had an opportunity, the enforced change, the injury to Christina. Brazil continuing to play the football, but without any reward as we come into the final minutes of this first half. It's down that right side that they have looked very dangerous. Here could be the opportunity. Teed up unselfishly, tries to get the angle and does just that. Well, the goal has been coming, and in the final minutes of the first half, Brazil are able to make their superiority counts with a right foot finish into the bottom corner. No wonder Adriana celebrates. Brazil have looked like scoring, and finally they have the reward courtesy of that right foot finish from Adriana. Norway 0, Brazil 1. Big year coming up for a striker who missed the last World Cup with a knee ligament injury, hoping to feature and make a difference in New Zealand and Australia in 2023. While other players have been wasteful in front of goal, she takes her chance in the closing minutes of a rather one-sided first half, and Brazil have the advantage that their football deserves. Norway will need to get to the sanctuary, the dressing room, and then regroup, listen to coach Hegelisa, and then something will have to change in the second 45, because at the moment, outplayed in just about every part of this game. Well, they came through the World Cup qualification process with impressive results, but they are finding this quality of opposition difficult on Norway. Fresh from the disappointment of the European Championships that just didn't go to plan for them. Early exit, and now it's about preparing, gearing up for those World Cup finals with friendly internationals to give them different challenges, different experiences. Forward by Tamires, willing runners, and then just off balance with Miller, she went for goal. There is the Atletico Madrid player, another genuine forward threat is Ludmilla. Tamires with the assist, and stretching as the drifts over and wide. Brazil have done enough. 3 minutes of time added on at the end of the first half. Can Norway plot a route back into this friendly international? Can they provide some sort of service for the likes of Terlen Bizet and Anna Josendal have been isolated? We haven't seen much of them. We have seen a lot of Tamires getting forward down this near side for Brazil. Little cut back to the goal scorer Adriana, and then dropped off for Kathleen. And time, still time. Antonia. Finishes again. And Munich's Tanara, Antonia of Levante. Players linking up and, as I say, getting forward in case his threat has been a problem all night for Norway's backline. Tested and troubled. Trailing, courtesy of Adriano's late angled strike in the closing minutes of the first half. This time, the intended chance for Samaras is intercepted, something Norway have to do. They need to close down Brazil's number 6. Sanstoval's ball. They've been trying to pick out Josendal. I've seen a lot of Anna Josendal, the 21-year-old on the books of Rosenborg. Brazil a goal to the good and deserving of that. They've been knocking on the door and looking capable of finding a way through long before they scored the only goal of the first half. Well, Brazil have another game to look forward to in Italy at the start of next week, but this European tour has gone to plan so far. A performance of confidence and quality. And they look as if they are going to be going in at the interval with a single goal advantage that their performance richly deserves. More defensive work for Sanstoval to do, and match official brings to a halt the first half, and Brazil have looked good and have the lead at the break. They had to wait a long time, and in the end, Adriana able to find the bottom corner to give Brazil a deserved advantage, and Norway will have to reset. They have 45 minutes to find a way back into this friendly international. At the break, it's Norway 0, Brazil 1.
Brasil gjør et spillebytte pause. Substitution for Brazil. Leading the pitch, number 3, Captain Sousa Cardosa, and on with lane 14, Garcia Carlos Santos.
Welcome back to Oslo ahead of the second half. Brazil with a single goal advantage and thoroughly deserved, having dominated the opening 45 minutes. The question, can Norway plot a route back into this friendly international? One in which they have been second best. Brianna's goal late in the first half is the difference. Both with a World Cup to look forward to in 2023. It will be the host to start the second half. Our referee, Lena Ledovana from Finland, the red shirts of Norway. They will have to be a whole lot better in this second 45. Brazil have never missed an edition of the Women's World Cup, and they will be in Australia and New Zealand next year, as will Norway. Scotland's Clarence given a chance in goal as Sunita Scotland. It's been an eventful evening for the goalkeeper. Side had been put under pressure. More work to do as that is clipped towards the far post. What a new generation of footballers for Brazil to try and look to maintain their dominance on a global stage, certainly. And again, starting the second half as they did the first, with a wonderful finish, never in doubt. And it is the perfect start to the second half. And Brazil doubled their advantage, and absolutely nothing that Scotland can do. It was struck perfectly, and Brazil go 2 up and start the second half. There's the end of the first, with cause to celebrate, unable to breach the home defence for a second occasion this evening. Norway 0, Brazil 2. The perfect start from Pearson at their side. At the other end, well, Letitia has been a substitute, no more than that really. Melda trying to get Norway going. The highly experienced Maren Melda. And then Bizet on the turn with a cross, helped to cross goal, and then just wouldn't drop in the end for Guro Reiten. They have looked confident throughout Brazil, incisive football, a goal in each half to underline their superiority. Norway find a way back. More encouraging. Reiten to swing in the cross, and the header was wide. Manum had got forward, and one of the few times that Letitia's goal has been put under pressure on her call up the Corinthians keeper. Sure she knew too much about Manum's header. Norway have themselves a corner, trailing by 2, needing a positive second half response. Harvick, the substitute, is forward. Melder is there as well, so is Bizet, as it is swung in. And now they do have a route back. Bizet there. And within a moment of conceding a second, Brazil's 2-goal lead is pegged back. Norway have offered very little in front of goal, but that has all changed in the early moments of the second half. It's Norway 1, Brazil 2. And now we do have a game on just when Brazil looked as if they may well be running away with it. Norway have responded. Cut out easily by Sonstervold. And then Tolland's ball to switch play away to the left-hand side, forward by Anna Josendal. Melder, the 32-year-old with Chelsea, back to Scotland, and suddenly just a bit of hope for the hosts, whose goal is now put under pressure. There's the cutback, and there's the clearance away for a corner, and we really do have a contest on our hands now. It all started early in the first half with Adriana's effort on 42 minutes, but it has been a really eventful opening 6 minutes of this second half. Fenara among those forward. Brazil's turn to threaten from a corner, swung in there. Were they able to find a way through from an acute angle? They most definitely can. Rifled into the roof of the net from Bia Zanerato, who has cause to celebrate, and Brazil's 2-goal lead is restored. Bia Zanerato, crowded goalmouth, finds the finish, fired into the roof of the net. Brazil lead by 3-1. Just really wasn't closed down, could get a shot away, find the roof of the net. Norway are left to do it all over again, just when they must have thought there was an opportunity of a positive second half response. Zanerato is able to strike, and Brazil with a healthy lead, and the game is opening up all the time. Good work from Ingrid Engen. And then the teammates is fouled in the process. Melder. Norway have a free kick of their own. And the cross deflects into the grateful arms of the goalkeeper. There's Letitia. More to do in the second half than she had in the entire first half. Larissa only been in charge since August. Certainly would appear to be more goals in this contest. We've only played 8 minutes, and goals are plenty since the restart. Norway 1, Brazil 3. The hosts with a corner of their own, drilled low, and then on the angle. No route to goal for Anayo Sandal at the other ends. Brazil able to break forward. Ludmilla with the ball towards Gaze. Intercepted effectively and then brought away. Norway have certainly improved, but certainly still have a long way to get back into this. Sanarato's seen to that by scoring Brazil's third of the night. Here's Sanarato. Conviction on that attempted clearance. They will have a second opportunity, and now they can break into Norway's half. Plenty forward in blue, and then Tamira's too much on the intended cross by Brazil's number 6. Certainly had a effective first half display, did the 34-year-old, and coach from Sweden, Pia Sundhage. Space for both of these teams. Sundhage's ball forward is cut out and cleared and drops for Brazil. Plenty in red, able to converge and win that back. Norway trying to stretch that Brazilian defence, and Tamira's attempted challenge. Norway's throw-in is Turland's 21 with Brighton and Hove Albion. Hasn't really been able to feature in tonight's friendly international as she would have liked so far, but Norway still have time. Having breached Brazil's net. Can they do it again? The Brazilians arrive on the back of wins, 2 wins in South Africa. 6-0 and 3-0 they have been free scoring. Certainly in the opening 45 they look really impressive inside Oslo's Ullevall Stadium. The second half that has brought us plenty of goals, and Brazil with this comfortable cushion, but they've given it away, rather sloppy in defence. Are they to be punished? Plenty back to block the goal-bound effort by Guro Reiten, and then to bring it away. Gaze involved, space for Gaze, full of pace to take on the defender and keep on going. To the Hansen's done ever so well to win it back. Sundal back to try and help out. The free kick is Norway's. Norway have to take risks, they have to roll the dice to get back into this, while Brazil will look to find a little bit more of the football that they produced in the first half. Nearly an hour played, so far 4 goals, and quite possibly the prospect of more on the cards. It's Antonia square for Tenara. Back with Levante's Antonia again, swept forward with accuracy. Here she is again. There's a willing recipient as Brazil played across that back line, testing the home defence and able to win the corner. Good work by Zanerato, whose goal made it 3-1. Just putting Matilda Haviken under pressure. The results, a Brazil corner, and we've seen plenty of those so far on what has been a highly eventful, friendly international. Tanara among those to venture into that 18-yard area. Little ball played into space and played into the penalty area without reward. Norway 1, Brazil 3. We have played 60 minutes. You can see the influence that Zanerato has had on this game. Here comes Antonia to chip that forward. Easy enough on that occasion for Scotland in the home goal. Bizet got her back into it, but Zanerato with her second and Brazil's third, and that's the way it stays. And look at the amount of space to try and find a finish in the end. Just too close to Scotland. And disappointments for the player who took them in front in the closing minutes of the first half. Adriana can't find that finish that time. And there's the expression of Swedish coach Pearson. A bit more going forward, you sense, for Norway. A treble change is being prepared. A chance to use the squad in full. Gabi Nunes among those who will feature in this second half substitution. Bizet getting on the score sheet for Norway, making a difference. Bumbling over the player to concede the free kick, and here come the changes. Nunes and Kennedy and Jacqueline getting a chance with just over an hour played. Friendly internationals afford them the opportunity to go deep into their first-team squad. And Grace has had an excellent night. Carrington with a chance to impress. Just under half an hour. Plenty of depth within this squad. Again with Italy on Monday. Particularly on for Ludmilla, just confirmation of that. Ball by Taneres, there's an inviting one. Keeper just caught as she punched clear. Flag had gone up anyway, near side. The involvement for one of the substitutes, Gabi Nunes. There she is. She's caught. Punch cleansed by Scotland. was Nunes on the end of that. Zanarco, having scored twice, is replaced. That's the third substitution. Nunes on 64 played, and Norway have to chase this game. Given away rather loosely. And just runs away, and then the final effort from Antonia is a long way wide. Engen was on the end of that challenge, and then a long way off target from Brazil's Antonia. So plenty of activity on Brazil's substitutes bench, and a comfortable lead as we go into the final 25. The Ullevål Stadium in Oslo. It is a familiar setting for these Norwegian players, with a World Cup to look forward to and a European Championship to put behind them after bitter disappointment. The early results went against them, including a very heavy defeat by the host country, England. Hansen, carrying space for Josendal, continues to run too much on that final ball. And Josendal, the 21-year-old striker from Rosenborg, has been on the periphery, on the fringes tonight, not able to make a difference so far. Tisciarelli troubled in Brazil's goal. He's had more to do in the second half. Just jabbed away from danger. Held his ball. Can the Brazilians find the rhythm, find the form that we saw in the first 45 minutes of this friendly international? They suffered that scare when Celine Bizet brought Norway back into the contest, but it wasn't long before Zamarate put them 3-1 up. Little ball hoisted towards the edge of that 18-yard area. Brazil with defending the do. It's hooked away from the danger area by Antonia, and then held up and hammered long, just run forward by Brazil, and outnumbered on that occasion. King can turn and pick a pass. And then that's been the problem, giving it away cheaply. Could be punished inside that area. Plenty of blue forwards, dragged wide, but a decent scoring opportunity for Brazil. Well, she's already found the net on one occasion as Adriana. Defensive error. And not only far the wrong side of the post from the Brazilian perspective, but she has been a threat throughout. Trying to plot a route back into this friendly international, but left with an awful amount to do with just over 20 remaining, and Brazil forward again with plenty committed inside Norway's half. One of their goal scorers, Adriana, able to dispossess and set up the chance, and then Tamira's with the cross. And Norway can't get any distance on the clearance. Just good run for Jacqueline. Hansen tested again to the Hansen. Brazil threatened again. Sampo is second best. As Norway can break forward, here's Rosendal. And again with the 21-year-old forced back to Hansen. Now they can Nunes, one of the three substitutions for Brazil, is furthest forward with 20 remaining plus any stoppage time. Our referee from Finland, plenty of goal scoring opportunities. Here's the latest for Brazil. There's the cutback, no one to finish it off, and then disappointingly given away. Brighton it was, and relief for Scotland in the home goal. Just another illustration. Marnham it was, guilty of giving away possession. There's the cutback, and they survive further damage to their goal on that occasion. Ball chipped in behind the defence and then hooked away for Eikeland and Blackstad to get a run out. Time for Norway to make changes. Julie Blackstad on. Talent off. Emily Eikeland is given a chance to make a difference. Brazil with plenty forward, flips and comes back rather fortuitously, clipped in towards the back post, close to a fourth, still a chance, and then scrambled away by this overstretched Norway defence. Brazil. Play by Sampaio, there's the cross, easy enough finish. It's a simple finish from a couple of yards out, and Jacqueline off the bench to make it 4 for Brazil and end this contest surely. Inviting cross, and the finish was so simple by one of Brazil's substitutes. Jacqueline with a goal of her own as Brazil hit 4. It's loose and sloppy in defence by the host. There was the ball, lovely ball, not cut out by Hansen. And the finish was so simple, bundled over the line. And Brazil's lead is a comfortable one. Well, Pia Sundhage made 3 changes. One of them has come good with a goal. There she is to make a difference to an announcer arrival and make it 4-1 in favour of the South Americans. so impressive in that unblemished record in the Copa America recently, which saw them qualify for next year's World Cup finals. They come to Europe, they play Italy at the start of next week, and they turn on the style here as they go in search of a fifth. Harvican gets back to make the challenge. Still, the threat is there. Nothing going for another of the substitutes. Caroline, who went to ground inside the area. The one consolation has come for Norway, courtesy of Celine Bizet, and then tempers flare, and our referee from Finland is forced to step in. Tanada cold across. Bizet, and a warned and a card for both Bizet and Tanada, a cautioned. First time we've seen that tonight, been well contested, and then two players, say, lunging out, and then Tanada retaliating, and both receive yellow. Frustrating night so far for the striker. And confirmation of the card for Bayern Munich's Tanada. But you sense that goal by the substitutes. Jacqueline could have killed this contest off once and for all. 2 goals to Bia Zanarado, 1 for Adriana, 1 for Jacqueline. It's 4-1 in favour of Brazil. Antonia's ball finds the blue shirts. Brazil can move forward again. Norway 1, Brazil 4. 76 minutes played in Norway's capital city, the Ullevål Stadium. Clipped into space, and despite the winning legs of Gabi Nunes to chase out of play, it's another change, and it's a double change. Santiago's night is done. Duda takes her place. And Meloni gets to run out as well. Brazil take off one of their goal scorers in Adriana. Contest surely won. Those players that have travelled to Europe are given some valuable game time. The build-up begins for next year's World Cup finals. Flick on. No one on the end of it. Cover from, defensive cover from Tomedes, and the clearance from Leticia. Hanson's ball comfortably collected by the Brazilian keeper. Hasn't had too much to deal with tonight. Easy enough save. Straight at the goalkeeper. Rightens effort. And Very comfortable stop in the end. Brighton. He's her football in England with Chelsea. Has not been able to have the impact on tonight's game that she would have hoped for. Norway got more to offer in the final 10 minutes or so. Instead, forced back. Again, loose, given away unnecessarily, beyond Hansen. And the throw-in is Brazil's, and, well, the other given a chance. A late run out. It's the pace of Frida Marlanders, Tibelda. And Bouze off and Halbon. Changes keep on coming. As Brazil go in search of a fifth with a header that is directed wide of the target. Well, Norway's coach, Lisa, made changes after the big win against Albania in the World Cup qualifier. The likes of Bouze and Scotland and Liner and Sonstervold were all given a place in the starting 11. But it's Brazil who have come up with an impressive showing in this friendly international. It's a convincing lead. Antonio tries to hold off the challenge, one back instead. Maybe another opportunity. It drops invitingly. And there is a chance for the substitute. Not one Tibelda could take. Only been on the pitch a matter of moments. It dropped invitingly, and it was rising all the time. Cannot force the save. You look frontline for the hosts, trying for one more highlight for second consolation of the evening. Neat skills to win it back and then race away. Plenty of pace as Brazil push players forward on the angle, and then on to that right foot from Caroline, trying to come up with a finish. Norway have it back. Norway have a friendly international of their own to look forward to on the 11th of this month. They travel to take on the Netherlands, and then they have in November a game, another friendly against England. Tonight facing up to, well, a sobering defeat against a quality side. Two countries with World Cup aspirations. closing minutes then. The damage done in the first half from Adriana, and then they started the second half as they ended the first half. Desired effects from Tanarato, and then more important contributions, particularly that off the substitute bench from Shakili, to make it 4-1. Salim Bizet with the one highlight for Norway tonight. Heading towards City Hub. With the substitutes given an opportunity. Oslo's footballing public turning up. Norway 1, Brazil 4, and 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Down nicely enough, and then it's for a free kick that doesn't come, and that's Antonio's ball square to set Brazil forward one more time. They come back to Scotland and Norway can clear. In search for a 5th goal of the evening, Brazil. Nunes on, Jacqueline on, Caroline on, have made the changes. Duda, another to come off the bench. Antonia cannot find the necessary pass. Well, Brazil wrapped up an 8th Copa America title, defeating Colombia 1-0 with the winning goal coming from a penalty spot scored by Gabina. They have arrived for this mini European tour and put 4 past Norway. What has been a high-scoring affair. There is one of their goal scorers, an impact substitute. Sonstavold runs away and behind. They will have a corner, and Bratton is racing across to take it with time very much against them. Fletty and Radev come forward, tries to maintain this attack. Hansen cannot get that ball past the Brazilian opponent. Well, it's a friendly international. People will not want to read too much into it. But the performance has been an eye-catching one. And it certainly underlines what the Brazilians are capable of in the final third. The goal-scoring threat, the goal-scoring quality of a number of players who've looked dangerous this evening. And Norway have struggled to live with them. To the Hansen of Bran. And then O'Reilly with the angle to play it in towards that 18-yard area. Howe drops it off. Brazil win it back and race clear. More to do for the home defence, and Haverkin steps in and makes the challenge. Cut out effectively by Tamiris. Here she is again. In support is Duda. With Tamiris, Brazil, job done. Well, they scored goals of 20 in those two friendly internationals in South Africa, and they've continued as part of this European adventure with a convincing victory in Oslo tonight. We have played the 90 minutes. It's all just a question of how much is added on by our referee. 3 minutes. 3 minutes separating Brazil from a convincing win. Younger talent emerging after the likes of Mata and Formiga, and new look Brazil under the stewardship of Pia Sundhage. They look good tonight. Duda's ball, and Tamiris willing to get forward on every occasion. Maybe one last chance for Norway. Blackstep tries to evade the challenge. Outnumbered in the end. Antonio takes forward. And Brazil up to halfway with ease. A very decent year so far for Pia Sundhage's side. 2023 offers more and a chance of silverware on a world stage as they force the save, and Scotland intervenes to keep it at 4-1. Way to the left, there's another substitute, looks to make an impact in time added on. Norway's keeper able to get away to the left, wasn't sure whether that was just creeping in, couldn't take the chance, makes the save to concede the corner. Well, in his effort, Scotland saved. Hansen is forced back. Time is almost up. One final ball, comfortably dealt with. Brazil have it back. They have dominated possession throughout this friendly international, and they have scored 4 goals in the process. It has been comfortable after Adriano's first half intervention. There's Anrado with 2 goals of her own, and then Jacqueline off the bench. The consolation came from Celine Bizet, but it has been all about Brazil. Stylish, eye-catching display, comfortable winners. It is a friendly international that has certainly delivered goals aplenty. Brazil have won in Oslo by 4 goals to 1.